Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribes to my channel. Today we will talk about out-of-place artifacts. 1. Prehistoric wall near Bahamas. A wall of rock in large, thick block shapes was found off the coast of the Bahamas in 1968. Archaeologist William Donato has conducted multiple dives to investigate the wall and hypothesizes it is a man-made structure some 12,000 to 19,000 years old, built to protect a prehistoric settlement from waves. He's found it to be a multi-tiered structure, including prop stones that appear to be placed there by human hands. He's also found what he believes to be anchor stones with rope holes in them. Dr. Eugene Shin, a retired geologist who worked for the U.S. Geological Survey, has said core rock samples he took show a dip toward deep water. If all the cores show a dip toward deep water, this would prove the rock formed where it is and did not form elsewhere later to be transported by humans to its present location. 2 to 500,000-year-old spark plug? In 1961, 3 people were out searching for geodes for their gem and gift shop in Ulfbehrt when they found what appeared to be a spark plug encased in a geode. Virginia Maxey, one of the 3 discoverers, said at the time that a geologist examined the fossils around the device and dated the device at 500,000 years or older. The geologist was never named, and the current whereabouts of the artifact are unknown. Critics of the claim, Pierre Stromberg and Paul V. Heinrich, only have X-rays and an artist's sketch of the artifact to analyze. They think it was a modern spark plug encased in a quick-forming concretion rather than a geode. 3-million-year-old bridge. According to ancient Indian legend, King Roma built a bridge between India and Sri Lanka more than a million years ago. What appears to be remnants of such a bridge have been seen from satellite images, but many say it is a natural formation. Dr. Badrinarayanan, former director of the Geological Survey of India, studied core samples from the bridge. He was puzzled by the appearance of boulders on top of a marine sand layer and surmised that the boulders must have been artificially placed there. No single natural explanation has been agreed upon by geologists. Dating has been controversial, as some say any given part of the bridge, such as coral samples, cannot give a true picture of how old the entire bridge is. 4. Prehistoric worksite. Workers at a stone quarry near Aix-en-Provence, France, in the 18th century came across tools stuck in a layer of limestone 50 feet underground. The find was recorded in the American Journal of Science and Arts in 1820 by T.D. Porter, who was translating Count Bornon's work, Mineralogy. The wooden instruments had turned into agate, a hard stone. Porter wrote, everything tended to prove that this work had been executed upon the spot where the traces existed. The presence of man had then preceded the formation of this stone, and that very considerably since he was already arrived at such a degree of civilization that the arts were known to him, and that he wrought the stone and formed columns out of it. 5 to 100-million-year-old hammer. A hammer was found in London, Texas, in 1934, encased in stone that had formed around it. The rock surrounding the hammer is said to be more than 100 million years old. Glenn J. Cuban, a vocal skeptic of claims the hammer was made millions of years ago, said the stone may contain materials that are more than 100 million years old. But that doesn't mean the rock formed around the hammer so long ago. Some limestone has formed around artifacts known to be from the 20th century, so concretions can form fairly quickly around objects. He said, concretions are masses of hardened mineral matter. Carl Baugh, who is in possession of the artifact, has said the wooden handle has turned to coal, evidence of its great age, and that the metal it is made of has a strange composition. Critics have called for more independent testing to verify these claims, but thus far no such testing has been conducted. 6. Viking sword Ulfbehrt. When archaeologists found the Viking sword Ulfbehrt, dating from 800 to 1000 AD, they were stunned. They couldn't see how the technology to make such a sword would have been available until the Industrial Revolution 800 years later. Its carbon content is 3 times higher than other swords of its time, and impurities were removed to such a degree that the iron ore must have been heated to at least 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. With great effort and precision, modern blacksmith Richard Furrer of Wisconsin forged a sword of Ulfbehrt quality using technology that would have been available in the Middle Ages. He said it was the most complicated thing he'd ever made, and he used methods not known to have been used by people of that time. 7. Iron Pillar of Delhi. This pillar is at least 1,500 years old, but could be older. It remains rust-free and is of an astounding purity. It is 99.72% iron, according to Professor A.P. Gupta, head of the Department of Applied Sciences and Humanities at the Institute of Technology and Management in India. In modern times, wrought iron has been made with a purity of 99.8%, but it contains manganese and sulfur, two ingredients absent in the pillar. 8 to 2.8 billion-year-old spheres. Spheres with fine grooves around them, found in mines in South Africa, have been said by some to be naturally formed masses of mineral matter. Others have said they were precisely shaped by a prehistoric human hand. The globes, which have a fibrous structure on the inside with a shell around it, are very hard and cannot be scratched, even by steel, said Rolf Marx, curator of the Museum of Klerksdorp, South Africa, according to Michael Cremo's book Forbidden Archaeology, The Hidden History of the Human Race. Marx said the spheres are about 2.8 billion years old. 9. Drill bit in coal. John Buchanan, Esquire, presented a mysterious object to a meeting of the Society of Antiquaries of Scotland on December 13, 1852. A drill bit had been found encapsulated in coal about 22 inches thick, buried in a bed of clay mixed with boulders about 7 feet thick. The Ertscoal is said to have formed hundreds of millions of years ago. The Society decided that the instrument was of a modern level of advancement, but it concluded that the iron instrument might have been part of a borer broken during some former search for coal. What do you think of my video? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching my video.